Welcome back. Well, new month. We sold all our production has sold. We have come on. We have completed the contract that we started in our last. Where are we? This one here. We haven't collected the money yet. Would be nice if we go on the right one. So we get $13,000. Let's see what contract. Fertilizing. Harvesting. So all the harvesting is, wow, $50,000. We don't have any mowing, we don't have a plow, stone picking, and wood transport. Don't want to do that. So the only thing that we can do is either fertilizing, and I have a decent sized fertilizer, so I can accept the contract. So what contract did we accept? Field 71. Okay. Yeah, we'll accept that one as well. Now, as you see, we do have the money right now to, where are we? Yeah, I do have the money to buy our home base or to buy a new field. But I'm not going to do that. What I've realized is that this tractor is extremely noisy. So I'm going to park him right here. And we're going to take this guy and go back to our base at the bottom of the field. And we'll go and do our contracts. I think actually I'm going to have to go buy some fertilizer. So I thought I'd buy that tractor. It is the tractor that I wanted, so we'll reset you. And we'll go back to, come on. And that way we can keep back and sell this tractor. So we gain some of the money back. Now I'm going to have to reset this. Do I get an option to reset it from here? No, I don't. So we need to go back onto the map. Where was it? Somewhere around here, wasn't it? Yep, right there. Alright, so now we're kind of where we want to be. Hopefully this one is not as noisy. I'm going to have to obviously reconfigure that. But that's fine. So this is what, 10,000? Where is my capacity here? 10,000, yes. So actually before, I wonder what happened to my used vehicle thing. It's just become really tiny. I'm going to have to look into it. So how many bags? 8. So we got 8,000. What options did I choose? Charge me for some options. Alright, I'll fill this up and we'll see you at the field. Wow, that is nice. So we finished the contracts. I haven't yet taken the money. I do want to go through that. Get rid of you. So that puddle again. I'm crushing this guy's field. But he'll have to forgive me because I do want to see these. Wow, that is cool. That is very nice. Anyway, we spent a bit of money on the fertilizer, but we got plenty of fertilizer left for our own fields. So you got just under $15,000 for that, and so just over 16,000 for that. And do we have any more fertilizing? We got an 8,000. You know what? We can go there. It's from the looks of it, we're just turning left. Oh, wrong way. Oh, actually, no, we can go this way as well, by the looks of it. Can take this little bush trail. Now, I've learned something about this map from Daggerwin, and that is that this map, we need to turn right here. This map, you can actually get rid of the fences. So that's a good thing. Actually, you know what? It would have been quicker for me to just go that way. So where am I going? So we got to fill 90. Okay. Very nice looking map. Very, very nice looking map. I can see why the map won to get all this organized, to get all this done. Now, as you can see, if you do contracts, money is a piece of cake to come by. And that's kind of the thing that I sort of get a little bit frustrated with Daggerwin. Because I mean, he's played this game now more than I have played this game, and he seems to always struggle to make money, which is really strange, because you would think that that's one problem that he would not have. Do I need to go this way onto the field? You would think that he wouldn't have this problem with making... No, that's definitely not it. That's the field that we need to... Let's have a look. How do we get in this field? You know, you would think that he wouldn't have to do so. I understand what Daggerwin does, and that's fine. He's obviously entitled to do so. He cares more about the quality of the video, to actually put out a good video, which obviously you're entitled to do so. The downsides to this is that obviously then you're always losing, and yeah, I don't know if that's, you know, I don't know if that's the appropriate way to sort of look at things. Is, you know, you're always losing, but oops. So I don't even know how you would get in there other than this way. Do you come? You'd have to come from the other end by the looks of it. So to me, that's, you know, as much as I understand, you know, he's an entertainer after all. Wow, you need to slow down, buddy. But you don't want to be always losing, do you? You know, he doesn't do any contracts. So the contracts that he always picks are, there's another entry. The contracts that he always picks are the contracts that are worth $2,000 or $3,000, because I get it, some of his viewers really sort of don't like him to succeed. They like the idea of, you know, struggling farmer type of thing. But you're playing competitive series, and you're playing competitive series because you obviously want to win. Otherwise, what's the point? He had so many contracts that he could have done, and I do not comprehend his math with saying, hey, I'm going to keep the I'm going to keep the crops that I have. Where was the other entry? Over here, wasn't it? I'm going to keep the other crops that I had purely because I can make a little bit of extra cash uh, down the road. But uh, you're losing big time. So you're making $2,000 extra on your crops, but you're not doing any contracts, which means that you are losing big time on everything else. So it kind of does, I don't get it. Either he just cares about the quality of the videos, which I can definitely comprehend. Or, I can definitely comprehend why his number one priority would be to get a good quality video out rather than win. But then, if that's the case, what is the point in doing what is the point in doing the competitive series if you're not even going to try to win? So I don't know. Maybe it's just me getting frustrated with him, but I would think that if you're going to do a competitive series, you want to win, and you're going to do your best to try and win. Now, you need to be looking at used equipment. You need to be looking at production, and then you put yourself in a position where you're going to win, and that makes it interesting because if you're at say 200,000 and Chainsaw's at 500,000, what's the point? So I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's just me being frustrated, but I couldn't believe it when I saw that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. No field. Does the worker work? What do you mean no field detected? Okay, let's go with AI worker. You know what? Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you watch Daggerwin's videos? I enjoy watching Daggerwin's video. He definitely puts out a quality video all the time, and he definitely, whatever mods and whatever he uses, he definitely gives it, respect to the modders and so on and so on. And you've got to appreciate him for that. I think he's kind of gone a little bit too the other way. Too much care about what, the people that, okay, I suppose the people that watch your videos and you make some money off that. So, I can comprehend why you care. But it would be nice to just see him win, him actually trying to win. Because, you don't want to be just lose just to keep some people happy. That you're never going to keep happy anyway. People that are going to complain, they're going to complain no matter what you do. Okay, let's pick up this contract. Now, the next decision that we've got to make, do we buy that and move our timber production there? Or do we buy that? Where was the other? Not here. Was it here? Was it here that we had a bit of a base? Yes. So we've got a bit of a base here, and we're on our road, so we're just a little bit away from there. So do we want to buy these where we've got ourselves a bit of a base already and we get a field, right? So if we buy that, we get that and the field. Or do we move ourselves into there and then, or do we wait? So the field is still all right. Um, hmm. So that's a grass field, right? Right. Yeah. 125,000 for 1.7 hectares. How much do we have here? 0.9. So it's bigger than what we currently have here. And we get ourselves a bit of a base. I will think about that because as you saw when we were up here somewhere, you get a bit of a base here, right? Yep. And maybe they don't open until you buy it. But then we're sort of going quite a bit away from our fields. There is other places that you could buy on the map where you could sort of have yourself a bit of a base. But I suppose here the advantage is that we are kind of where we need to be. You know what? Gonna buy it. Okay, and here we kind of have a bit of a space. We can kind of have some trees that we can, and if we can get rid of the fence, I don't know how you get rid of the fence. I saw Daggerwin. I saw Daggerwin that kind of, no, don't close it. Kind of had something that comes up and you can close the fence. So we now need to go and get it's like a little box. I don't know where you would find that little box. But now we can move our equipment into a new base. So if you know where that little box is, feel free to put it in the comments. Okay, we got ourselves a gate here as well. Oh, there it is. See? But it's okay. So far we like the fact that we have the fence. So now we definitely need to buy a bigger weight. 1.1. No, I don't want a class. And I wonder if we can have a slightly bigger cultivator. I mean, we've got the horsepower now. So let's have a look. Anything in there? Nope. So let's have a look at a cultivator. So 4 meters kind of around, which we don't need that. Yep, there you are. We got 8 meters instead of the 3 meters that we've had with this other one. I mean, it's good, but it's outlived its usefulness, so we're gonna sell it. Now the next thing that we need to do is I definitely need to get myself in the position to be able to sell the timber that we still have, and so that's better. So we're gonna sell the all the timber that we still have on our field, obviously, into our production, and then we need to buy the next field. So on our next episode, we're going to be taking care of our field that we just bought, cultivating it, and then plant something in it. Exactly what? I don't know. But obviously, we're going to need to put something in it to give ourselves, to give ourselves a good opportunity to be successful, to make money. Now, we do have our home base now. So obviously it's not big enough, and I'm hoping that I can find some of those buildings that maybe extend it a little bit. But as we go along, we will obviously either buy a field and build our own home base, or use one of the pre-made ones as we make more money. I think once we move our timber production into the forestry area, I would really like to somehow get through that, and build sort of like a home base there. I think it would look so fantastic to have a home base there. So I look forward to read your comments in the commentary, see what you think about all that. You think I should or not? But I think a home base there would look fantastic. I'll work it out. Some of the tough terrain, but not all of it. It's nice to have a terrain that's a bit more rough than, just straightforward. Like I could buy a field like this. Once you get money, you just build a huge home base there, and you can make it look alright. But I think this part of you with 128, it just looks right, doesn't it? There's plenty of flat areas here, and you've got the roads already built, so you've got plenty. And you know what? I wouldn't do much to the terrain, and part of it that we're not using, I can buy this field and extend the field. So there we are. This is our field. We'll cultivate it and plant it in our next episode. So thank you very much for spending some of your time with me. Hopefully you're enjoying this. I know I'm having fun. And we'll see you in the next one. So God bless you and your family, and enjoy.